It's time to communicate. I'm your platform partner. Yes, it's Jackson360. Yes, your hustling homie. And I want to speak with you about becoming the Toastmaster at a speech contest. And I want to help you prepare to make it an amazing event. Being a Toastmaster at a speech contest is a little different from being a Toastmaster at any other event. There's a script that you have to use. There's a different structure and protocol. So I want to help you with preparing for that script, how to use it, but then also what to do when you're not using the script so that you can still have fun and overall make this a very impactful meeting for everybody that's involved. It's very important that you be yourself. Before we go into the script, I want you to know, be yourself. The script, this can be pretty robotic. It's good as a way to keep yourself comfortable, use it as a guide. But I want you to understand that since this is a humorous contest or international contest, the crowd is there to be excited. They want to have fun. Contests sometimes could be very formal, and they could be formulaic, meaning they could be repetitive and boring and drawn out. But as the Toastmaster, you get the opportunity to infuse your personality in certain key places. Now, one of those places is at the very beginning of your speaking. When they first introduce you up, you get the opportunity to share a story, or you can just infuse your personality. I'll give you an example. Today I'm in Chicago. I just did a speech contest for the area B 54 and 53 on the south side. We were in the police station on the south side of Chicago in Inglewood, and immediately when I got on stage, I just started telling some jokes. And I wasn't trying to be funny, I was just being honest about how I was surprised to be in the police station because I was currently on the boot list, and with so much going on in the news, I was nervous about going into a police station. And I did a background check on myself and to see if I had paid my Toastmaster dues. And it was like a kind of a corny joke, but it was an opportunity for me to break the ice and people to know that, hey, we're here to have fun. And so use stories and anecdotes at the beginning of opening up so that you can get people to feel comfortable, because it's a tense situation. Some people that are there, they want to see that person win or a specific club member win. And you have to create the environment that even though it's a contest, we're still there to support everybody. And the only people that are really winners are the people that have a winning attitude and they take what they've learned outside of the club. And it's not just about a trophy. So you got to have your personal message that you want people to remember you by, but also remember that it's not just about you as a Toastmaster, it's really also about the contest and the contestants. So I'm going to talk to you really briefly about preparing for the contest. So I'm looking at a Toastmaster script here. This is the humorous contest. The international contest is usually almost exactly the same, just about. From what I've seen, if you don't have this, you can look, I'm pretty sure on the internet, and just do a Google search for a Toastmaster script for a humorous contest. This will pull up, or you can just talk to whoever your area director is and get that information. Now, also you want to find an agenda. And that agenda, you're going to see the speaking order. You'll see a lot of information that you can go to so that can help you, because you want to know things like, again, who's throwing the event, what are the clubs, what's the area, what's the district, etc., etc. So you can mention that. That's a part of the formal part. Now, looking at this agenda, this Toastmaster script that I have here, it talks about some basic things. When you're introduced as a Toastmaster, of course you want to say what the club, the division, the date of the contest, but also you want to give out the rules of regulations, meaning let people know, cut off their phones, no pictures, and to do not enter the room or don't leave the room while speakers are speaking. Pretty simple. And it says this here, but you can just say it simple and plain. Now, also you want to ask the contest chair while you're on in front, say, hey, have all the contestants been briefed? Do they know their speaking requirements in their areas of speaking? Also ask, do you have all of the eligibility forms as well? You have to mention this because you'll be amazed. Some people may not have that up to date. Also, you want to make sure that you allow your timekeeper to signal you and give you 1 minute of silence at the end of every single speaker. Now, at this point, you want to introduce your speakers. Whenever you're introducing your speaker, you want to say their first name, the title of their speech, then the title of the speech again, and then give their first name. So you would say, hey, Dwayne Jackson, Speech is the inside of justice, Dwayne Jackson. And then the speaker comes up, they speak. At the end of their speech, you go back up, shake their hand, you say, Judge, timer, can I please get 1 minute of silence? Try your best to remain silent during that 1 minute. Even though it's very awkward, I'll be honest, I personally don't like the 1 minute of silence, but it's a necessary formality that the judges need to do their judging. All right, so after that, you also, you want to get to the point where once your contest is over, you want to introduce a dignitary and say, are there any announcements that are happening in your area? There may be announcements of the next contest that's going to take place, or there may be another announcement that people should be aware of. And you don't have to do that announcement, but you'll bring up maybe the district director so that they can mention that. And you want to always edify whoever you just introduced or whoever introduced you. So if you came on the stage and you were introduced by the contest chair, one of the first things you want to do is acknowledge the contest chair and say something positive about them. Okay? It's just a good gesture. It's a good energy. Now, then it comes to the portion where you're going to do a break, and then you get to the portion where you have to have the interviews. Now, when you're doing your interviews, you can bring everybody up at one time, just depending on the amount of time that you have. And when you do that, you're going to look at make sure you have the bio forms. Everyone's going to fill out a biography of what they're interested in or quotes. Feel free to ask a question based on that form, or you can ask just a general question that you think will be important to the audience. Say, how did you come up with this speech? What makes you motivated at this point in your life? Because you're such a motivational person. Ask them other things. You can ask about, what made you decide you wanted to be a Toastmaster at such a young age, or at this point in your life. Why did you become a leader and a president of a club? So ask questions like that. Of course, you want to ask, hey, what club are you with? What's your club number? Also, you want to, how long have you been a Toastmaster? And what's your club distinguish your educational goal? Or where are you at? Are you a DTM or whatever you are in the Pathways program? And this is just a good formality. You don't have to stick with this, but this is the kind of general framework. But I think it's important that you keep the thing moving. You want to infuse a little bit of personality to keep people excited, but then also you want to infuse keeping the pace up, because you want to keep things moving, because you don't want to take too much time, because these contests can get very long with all of the different protocols that happen in the middle. But overall, have a lot of fun and just be yourself, because you have your unique energy, your personality, your own story. And that's what helped me, is I'll tell stories. If I get a chance, I'll tell a quick 60-second story, get a quick joke here and there, but I make it all relevant to the people that are in the room, because I know it's all about what's in it for me, for those people that are watching. Make sure you acknowledge the dignitaries, acknowledge the people who came in just to support, acknowledge the guests who are there, especially if you have a younger person in the room who may be a teenager. Acknowledge them, maybe ask them, hey, what's one thing that you took away from today? And just try to be engaging and interactive, because the best events is when people can feel like they're acknowledged and somewhat engaged. And just try to have fun and realize you're not going to be perfect. The way that you get better is by just continuing to do it and being confident in making those mistakes. But we all have it, and I know that you will do good. So I want to hear more. Leave it in the comment section. What contests are you approaching? Are you nervous? Did you learn something today that can help you? Or if you got anything that worked well for you when you were a Toastmaster at a contest in the past. Again, I'm Dwayne Jackson. I'm with Bold Literary Talker 708-973, Chicago, Illinois. And I look forward to seeing you at the top. Remember, subscribe to my page as well. You'll see somewhere on here is a subscription where you can learn communication skills that are worth millions. I'm your hustling homie, and I'll see you on the top. Peace.